as a player is that sometimes he's a little too passive.
Yeah, because once you do that, like, once you get them Kaeon, once you get a camper to commit to his like double jump or like get him in the corner, like really as the other player, you only need one read, and if you get that, they're done with their stock.
Kaeon's a big fan of full hop nair as well, which will put you in that situation a lot.
Yeah. And I imagine what n0ne's going to do is he's going to anti-air up air. Yes. And if he gets one up air and clips him, like, it's done.
Yeah, and Mike, Kaeon had some struggles against Money Mike in North Carolina during his time there. So I'm interested to see how he's improved in the Falcon matchup in that time since.
So what I would do, you know, if I had played a player against that reputations, I'm overshooting a lot. Or, like, in any situation that's a scramble, I'm going to think of, like, what's the most campy option that he can do, and then exploit it. And I feel like, if anything, Falcon's, like, the one character that can greatly punish a camper.
Especially n0ne. I mean, n0ne has this ability to just get right in your face real quick and just apply the tempo to you. Like, he really forces people to play his game at his speed.
Well, we're seeing Kaeon approach. I mean, I think he's realizing that he has to kind of interact or he's giving up too much stage. So we're seeing, you know, a lot of it come in. He's interacting. Ooh, that was really good reflexes by n0ne. Once again, there was an overshoot on that knee, so n0ne already has a pretty good idea of what he needs to do to throw his hitboxes to punish the runaway camping style.
SD from n0ne there. Wouldn't be a n0ne set without at least one.
At least 4.
We'll see. Everybody, if you guys want to play the, I know it's a little early, but if you'd like to go ahead and start playing the n0ne drinking game, get your drinks ready, and every time n0ne SDs.
Ooh. Did you see that one-hit nair into regrab?
Yeah, n0ne actually really impresses me with a lot of his single-hit nair stuff because he says that's one of his favorite things to hit in the game.
It's really hard. You have to be really precise to get that.
He's definitely someone I would call a very precise player. In terms of how he places back air especially, very, very good hitbox placement from him.
So in Nicaragua, where n0ne is fun, where he played melee, the roots, they had like a role where they couldn't shield or do defensive options. Like it was like their honor code.
Like this is like their casual like deal, their mentality.
Yeah.
Like, you know how when you first start you think like wave dashing's cheesy or whatever. They were just like, let's take it a step further.
Yeah.
No shielding. Shielding is too good.
So that's why n0ne has like this really interesting style. I think he cultivated it early, where he realized that like shielding's not allowed. We just have to run in each other. But Kaeon taking a lead here is doing a really good job, you know, throwing out these really good hitboxes to prevent n0ne from just running over him. So it's not, I don't think he's really camping.
Kaeon pulling ahead now. The momentum is starting to turn.
And n0ne not getting the juicy follow-ups that we are used to seeing from him. Kaeon picking really good options, especially on the combo follow-ups that n0ne could get.
I actually saw him hit like 4 dash attacks last stock.
Dash attack is actually pretty good, and especially if you're playing against a person that jumps a lot, it props them up in a way that you get a lot of follow-ups.
Oh, full hop nair from Falcon ends up getting full hop nair by Fox.
Ooh.
This is looking like Kaeon's game right here.
It is.
Gets up aired, and this will be certainly death.
So much took a little bit of time. We were just like, how's it gonna happen?
So much hit stun. I thought he could have upbeat him there because n0ne's a big fan of that stomp upbeat. Oh, this would be a classic n0ne set here. Classic n0ne match if he won right here.
I was about to say Fox could still make it alive.
Oh, he's got to be so careful. This is.
I was about to say, Kaeon, do not spot dodge whatsoever.
This is the danger zone. Oh, Kaeon coming so close.
The moon giving this frazzled look in the VIP area. I feel like he got scared and like threw it. Like
I do too.
I feel like if they both had 2 stocks left in that scenario, Kaeon wouldn't have played that.
It's a hard situation to be in where you're the underdog and you're in that situation where you're actually winning and everybody's thinking like we were thinking right there. Yeah. This is looking like Kaeon's game to lose. Like that's a hard situation.
I bet if they had 2 stocks each, Kaeon would have taken that stock first.
Yeah, if you're not in the if you're not already in the mindset of just being 100% laser focused on the game, it can definitely deter you mentally.
All right. Ready? Go to Battlefield. He has the platforms that he can kind of slow down the pace to. The one thing I always get nervous about is every time a Fox spot dodges against a running Falcon, it's like you have a 50-50 shot of getting kneed.
Yeah.
Or stomp. So So that's like one thing I rarely ever do against Falcon, even as Sheik, is like I never spot dodge. Like I'd rather buffer roll or just nair in place, throw a hitbox, than throw a spot dodge.
Yeah, I feel like your character has to have a really good spot dodge to make use of that versus Falcon.
Because if you don't read it correctly and they expect that you're done, like, especially if you're like at 40 or 50, you get like need or stomp, you're pretty much done with your stock. Ooh.
Very different first game. Very different from the first game.
Kaeon not ready for that follow-up there. I don't think anybody would be.
Deep samurai breath from Kaeon as he leaves the invincibility platform.
Still, he's, you know, picking decent spots. Just none of these are leading to too much, although that leads to a kill.
He's got to be able to kill Falcon. I mean, Falcon's one of those characters where you really got to get him out of there ASAP. 80, if you can get a shine, that's what he needs.
Like just getting them off stage.
Yes, getting them off stage is huge, especially if you hit them in a way where they cannot down B or they'll die.
Yeah. But overall, Kaeon's doing one thing that Kaeon's doing a really good job is that if n0ne's throwing out a premature aerial, Kaeon's been ready to punish it with dash attack, up smash, and he's been doing a really good job at punishing Falcon. Except not edge guarding. Oh no.
Kaeon with an unfortunato SD.
n0ne expressionless like always.
Of course. n0ne with the n0ne pop off.
I feel like to play Falcon you have to be, because like if you're so enthralled by like, oh I got down, I got this cool combo.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna be good with Falcon.
You take yourself out of it almost. Yeah.
That's why all these Falcons are like stoic.
You have to be completely unfeeling and unnerved.
It's like, yeah, I've seen that before, whatever.
I've hit 1,000 knees before this one. And this is looking like n0ne's game right here. Quick 2-0.
It wasn't that quick though. I mean,
yeah, there was a moment where you're like, ooh, you know.
Getting good hits, not getting the follow-ups, I guess, is the story of Kaeon right now.
Tries something a little unorthodox.
I think he realized he was a little bit out of position. He was like, oh, like I need to bail myself out. Maybe hoping to fire would. And n0ne takes that 2-0.
That second game with relative ease. After that first game, struggle bus. Was late to the station.
So good stuff to n0ne. I believe that was winner.